will see Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos taking on Jimmy Garoppolo and the Las Vegas Raiders.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. But today we start the new season with an AFC West division battle right out of the gate, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos. New season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Broncos offense gets set to go to work, and at the helm in his second season wearing orange and blue, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
Wilson going to come out throwing. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. A man who was lost for the year in Week 4 last season. Here's Javonte Williams. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. To throw is Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. But 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. So the completion there, Charles, looking at this defense, certainly in for a tough task here this afternoon. What are some of the keys for them if they want to come out on top?
Well, the first thing, partner, is they just allowed a completion there. They don't want to get a string of those going. Let him get his confidence. Let him get into the rhythm of the game, the flow of the game, and all of a sudden, he's feeling like he can do no wrong. You want to really get after his timing a little bit, knock a few balls away, and make things uncomfortable for him. Because if he feels relaxed, you are in for a tough afternoon.
Now Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
A first down there for Sutton, and he had over 800 yards for Denver last season. Productive, tall target, the Broncos going to make sure they hang on to despite increased trade interest.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there, nearly an opening drive INT. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. In motion goes Patrick. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Maher is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-0. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
The Raiders offense heading out with their new man under center for 2023, the former Patriot, former 49er, Jimmy Garoppolo.
Is another typical season for Jimmy G. Last year. When he was out there, he was excellent, leading the 49ers to 7 wins and throwing 4 times as many touchdowns as interceptions. Then the injury bug bit again. But Las Vegas, they're counting on him being able to do the exact same thing they saw in San Francisco, but avoiding injury while doing so.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the NFL's leading rusher a season ago, Josh Jacobs. And boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. A bullet throw, but incomplete. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
And Williams is going to pick up a Broncos 1st down as he'll get this up close to the 20. Wilson. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Well, this, of course, is an intriguing Week 1 opener. On one sideline, you've got Josh McDaniels, Raiders head coach. But remember, back in Denver, where he was the head man in 2009 and 2010 as well. And on the other sideline, Sean Payton making his debut as head coach of the Broncos.
Two established coaches, both of them made their bones on the offensive side of the ball. And Sean Payton won a Super Bowl as the head coach of the Saints. This is going to be fun to see them match wins. This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Now it's Wilson. His throw incomplete. 2nd and 10. Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Patrick. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 41-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They go back to the ground with Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This is 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot. And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. From the 29, here's 2nd and 9. Now a give up the middle to Williams. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. Maher able to put this one through, and that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Garoppolo on first down. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He hits Adams, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. They work now on 2nd and 9. Now Garoppolo. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Once again, it's Jacobs. Six 0 our score after 1. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they bring in an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
Denver's offense now set to go. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. After the interception, here's Wilson. Looks to the sideline and has Mims who makes a catch. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Throwing is Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the 1st. Opted to run for it, the decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
On 1st down, Wilson. Got his man. It's Dulcich. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Wilson. Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. From the gun, it's Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a 2nd defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Wilson's throw caught here by Dulcich. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. On the return, Trey Tucker. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. They'll give him 4 yards there. 3rd and 7 now. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that one too wide and incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a second down and just a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And Williams is going to pick up a Broncos first down as he'll get this up close to the 30-yard line. Wilson able to complete it there to Dulcich. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 2 yards to go, second down. Back to throw again. And this is incomplete. And this offense on third down today, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4 down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. Play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard.
I actually like the fake, all right? They gave it a shot. This is one of those plays where you really think you're going to fool people because he shoveled it off to the kicker, and he was going to try and get it running. We have seen it be successful before, but definitely not on this play.
Yeah, I was going to say, as the kicker, when you see that it's probably not going to work, just terror and panic in your eyes, I would imagine.
What we really needed there was the close-up of his face while he was running.
A first down run there for Jacobs, but nothing doing as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Here's 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Here we go.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. This 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
First down, here's White. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. Marr on for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me at a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. A bad time for a roughing penalty. And they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Garoppolo again. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Here's 2nd and 3. Garoppolo now. Throw out wide is incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. There's Garoppolo to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Garoppolo looks to throw. This is caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Hunter Renfrow, as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the first half, we saw a strong performance out of the veteran quarterback, Russell Wilson. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire fourth remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. To throw is Garoppolo. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. A little juke. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7. White running to the left. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go. He'll drop to throw. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So off is Garoppolo, and in comes Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. Carlson able to put this one through. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold it. Let's get the ball back for us.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 27. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. To throw is Wilson. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
Here's Riley Dixon now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raiders offense ready to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he'll work down inside the 45. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. 2nd and 9. Adams, the man in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
So off is Garoppolo, and in comes Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Patrick. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. In motion goes Patrick. Now he's going to get it up. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
2nd down and 4. Wilson. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. That is caught. And he will have a Broncos 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 44 now. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Wilson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Here's Wilson. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Wilson. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And Sutton will have a Broncos 1st down as he takes it down to the 20-yard line. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Some Good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Again, Wilson rolling to his left. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Williams. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Williams again. And this time he'll lose yardage as the defense not giving him any room to operate. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
It's interesting where we are in the game now. The analytics folks, they might tell you to kick the field goal and make it a 2-score game. But you have to wonder if emotionally they're thinking, let's go for the touchdown and try and slam the door.
So a big one coming now for Brett Maher. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Maher is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. 66 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Now Garoppolo. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Garoppolo's, and this throw brought in here by Mayer. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Over the middle, he's got Mayer. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs from 17 yards out. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. You can talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple of tackles there, and not enough people got there in time. Pretty poor on that defensive side of the ball.
Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal now. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. On the return, Tremont Smith. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Over the middle, complete. That's Patrick. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Robert Spillane, ex of the Steelers, is there on the stop.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. They go play action with Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Throwing again here, Wilson. That's taken in by Dulcich. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 58 yards rushing now as he's done it on 22 carries. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're...
Touchdown, Broncos! Greg Dulcich from 6 yards away. And the Broncos will add to their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here 1st and 10. At about the 32. They'll try and start this drive in the air. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Here we go.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. That one taken in by Adams. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 35. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw pulled in by Renfro. Here's a 2nd and 7. Now Garoppolo. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll go down at the 28. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position with all 3 timeouts. I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
The football going back over to the Denver Broncos. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration, because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Here's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Patrick. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head. I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Broncos, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.